started them?
We're going to press the record button. Okay, we just did that. And
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Go ahead, Will.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us today. Most of you know that a few weeks ago, Jessica was, working out. She goes to the gym all the time, so that's awesome within itself. But she came across another young lady at the gym by the name of Kristen. She's on the call as well. And, she overheard Jessica talking to someone else about this situation. And she just, kind of just gave the idea of what she was about and what she's doing and the results that she's seen about this great little yellow pill. And so, Jessica came home and told me about it, and they, added us to Life Activated Group. And so we were really excited about it. We wanted to hear more about it. So we went to a dinner at their home, and Ray and Sam, that's on the call here, were there as well. They were great people, just a wonderful opportunity. Ray and Sam, so I'm sorry, I'm getting a little nervous. Just a little bit about them. They're the experts about it. They've been doing this for a while. They're personal mentors of ours in the business, so as we're getting started. Sam served 5 years in active duty as a Marine Corps officer, a full-time homeschooling mom of their 3 kids, and Ray is active duty Navy helicopter pilot. So that's really cool. They said once you guys come down to Virginia, he'll take you on a helicopter ride for free. He said this no problem. But he's stationed here in Virginia Beach, and together they've actually been building a LifeVantage business for the past 5 years, and also changing their lifestyle and creating a great wealth in their home, and also health-wise as well. But they've been doing it for the last 5 years in nooks and crannies in their busy lives. They're extremely busy, but they find time to attack the health part of the life and making it better, and also for everyone else around them as well. So I'm going to actually hand it over to them, the great, wonderful people, and they're going to tell you everything that you need to know. Again, this is just information sharing. There's no pressure at all. We just want everyone that we know and be educated moving forward.
Absolutely. Well, you did amazing.
All right, so Sam and Ray, you guys can take over.
You did awesome, Will. You didn't seem nervous at all. Thank you so much for that introduction. We so appreciate it. And it's really great to see, just great to see everybody here tonight. And thank you guys for your time. I know it means a lot to Will and Jess for sure, because it can be nerve-wracking to start a new business. So it's nice to have some people in your corner to know about what you're super excited about.
Hello.
We're changing lives. I mean, I don't say that lightly. I know that what we're doing here is going to change the course of history in health. And I hope by the end of this presentation, you have a little bit better understanding of that. I don't expect that you're going to fully understand everything. I don't think that we did for the first couple times that we took a look at this information, but it's incredible. It's impacting lives dramatically. So we want you to know about that. We just want you to have this information in front of your hands. And I know that Will and Jess felt that way too. So just to give you a quick background on our story, like Will already covered it, we're a military couple. And for us guys, a lot of people get into this as a business with LifeVantage. Of course, the products you're going to see are absolutely life-changing, and everybody really needs to be benefiting from them. But some people decide to take this on as an opportunity for their family for many different reasons. For Ray and me, we were very blessed. We had 2 really good incomes, me being a Marine Corps captain, him being a Navy lieutenant and a pilot. But we spent all of our time apart. First 4 years of our marriage, we didn't even live together. Our oldest daughter, Evelyn, who's in the picture there, she's now 6. She lived with me while I was on active duty until she was 2 years old, before we ever even got to live under the same roof with Ray, dad and mom and daughter all together. So I say that just to paint you the picture that when this information came our way, we knew we wanted to improve our health, so we knew the product made sense. But we saw a vision here of a way to create an income stream that we could build from home around very like-minded people. We could kind of have some more options in our life. And as we built this over time, around our busy lifestyles and around our full-time jobs and military, we're able to create something that is starting out, it started out as supplemental income. It grew a little bit bigger to, you know, paying off major bills, then paying off mortgages. And now it's just growing so that when he gets out of the Navy in 2 years, we have the option to have 2 full-time parents at home. And to us, it's just a huge blessing because that means it gives us our time. And time is really the most valuable commodity on this earth, because where you spend your time and who you spend it with, it really matters. But most of us are giving our time away to somebody else because we have to pay the bills. That's the reality. So we're just going to show you a little bit different option if you're looking for one, you know, something for maybe supplemental income, replacement income, life-changing income, or maybe you just want to get your life healthy again, and we can show you all that. So that's our story. What we're doing here with LifeVantage, our company is called LifeVantage. It's a publicly traded company. It started as a biotech company, and now we have morphed into a sharing company. We share information, just like Will said, and we see who it fits with, okay? But biohacking your body, what does that mean? Well, it turns out that this idea of biohacking your body just basically helping your genes to work better, okay? And we're doing it in our company with nutrition, with natural compounds rather than drugs. No pharmaceuticals, nothing synthetic, all natural herbs. And the Today Show actually published this just this past year, that the field of nutrigenomics, this idea of affecting your genes in a positive way through nutrition and natural compounds, this is going to be a $600 billion industry. And our company, LifeVantage, is at the forefront of it. We have some proven science that no other company in the world has. And so we're going to share that with you guys. So the real issue, actually, let me go back 1 second real quick. You might be noticing that people seem to not be getting any healthier, right? It seems almost as a society, even though modern medicine is supposed to be so wonderful, why do we seem to be getting sicker as a nation and as a world? It seems that our children are starting to get sicker. They're starting to come down with things more and more. Cancer is 1 in 3 people. The autism rate is incredibly high, and it keeps getting worse and worse. So you have to wonder what's going wrong with our body, and really it's happening inside of our genes and inside the cells of our bodies. But there's 3 main areas that if you could improve those 3 areas, it would dramatically improve your health, and that's what we're seeing. Those 3 areas are improving your gut health, meaning your intestines, like what is going on inside of your gut actually correlates to what's happening in your brain and the rest of your body. But over time, we have been eating food that's just been depleting our gut health. And so that's passing down through the decades and the generations. The next thing is mitochondria dysfunction. Now, don't get too caught up in all these big words. A lot of them we weren't familiar with, but just know that when your mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, gets depleted or gets damaged, your body starts to malfunction. The third area that your health is being attacked in is this thing called oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is basically rusting from the inside out, and it is causing damage to every cell of your body. So if you could figure out a way to help those 3 areas, your health and the health of this nation and the world would be dramatically different. And the cool thing is that we actually have those answers here in LifeVantage. And like I said, we're at the forefront. So we're one of the only companies that has that answer. So let's talk about the main offender, and that is oxidative stress. It's the biggest it's the underlying cause of over 200 diseases and illnesses. Now, I want to make sure that you understand what we're sharing here tonight is not intended to treat, cure, prevent, or mitigate disease. But what it does is it allows the body to reduce the root cause of what's happening in our bodies with all of these illnesses. So you look at the apple. This is kind of a visual idea of what oxidative stress is. Of course, we all know if we cut an apple open, you sit it on the counter, it's exposed to the air, and it oxidizes and it turns brown over time, right? In a couple minutes, a couple hours later, it's all brown. That same thing is happening inside the cells of your body, and it's causing damage, which leads to disease. The reason we have oxidation and oxidative stress, in addition to just breathing in oxygen, we now are breathing in really bad oxygen. There's pollution. There's the fuel when you're pumping gas, or when these pilots are flying around and they're breathing in jet fuel. The microwave is radiating things that are and emitting things that are harmful. Your cell phone, which we're constantly either putting up to our head or carrying around in our pocket. You think of just general pollution that happens from from factories, things that are all around us, things that we cannot avoid. Even exercising, actually, a lot of exercising causes even more oxidative stress on the body. So the question is, well, if you can't avoid it, because obviously you can't live in a bubble and avoid those things I just shared, what can you do about it? Well, as you see here, what happens when you allow oxidative stress to overtake your body, and you basically are subject to one or many different illnesses, and it kind of manifests differently for everybody. I'm sure you know some people with hypertension or heart disease or psoriasis or melanoma. I keep going around. Arthritis, asthma, allergies. All of these things are related to oxidative stress. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, that was a big one in my family because my grandfather sadly suffered with that for many years of his life. ADHD and autism, cancer, chronic inflammation, diabetes. Guys, I could keep going on. It is at the root of over 200 disease processes, okay? So why should you care? And what is this oxidative stress and why should you care? The reason you should care is because it's affecting every cell in your body. It's what's leading to disease and illness and malfunction and just generally us not feeling good, right? Why it matters right now and why we're sharing this with you is because LifeVantage, the company that we are all partnered with, made a discovery back in 2003 that was so significant in its ability to reduce oxidative stress in every single human tested, whether they were 20 years old or 80 years old. It said that this product that we're going to talk about, this little yellow pill Protandim, reduces oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And no other product on the planet has been proven to do that since 2003. But in 2005, very interestingly, ABC Primetime News thought this claim was too good to be true, so they decided to go into the lab of LifeVantage and go see if this was real or not, and they did so with a blood test. We want to show you that 3-minute clip because it's very significant. It's it's old, it's going to look a little outdated, but we're going to bring you up to speed because this is where it all started. So go ahead and roll that.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
It's decades of experiments. They have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of good enzymes in our bodies.
Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks, even mental disease. Yes, depression, Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%. That's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would.
You know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety.
Okay, so guys, I have seen that probably 1,000 times because this is how we share this information with people. It is so important to understand that this is a natural supplement that ABC News decided to stop everything, go in, investigate. They thought they were going to make good television and find that this was a completely fraudulent product. But you saw that result of that blood test on John Quinones. Protandim did not reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Protandim reduced oxidative stress in John Quinones by 45% in 2 weeks, okay? That is such a huge deal. This has now been proven by clinical research, so we know that in everybody who takes this, it does the exact same thing. And once you realize that oxidative stress is the thing attacking your body most severely and leading to just everything, aches, pains, disease, illness, just sickness, chronic sickness. Once you realize that, you're going to realize why lowering it by 40% on average in 30 days is going to be tremendous for your overall health. But here are some things to recap about Protandim, and this is the new pretty bottle. Here in 2018, we've made it a lot prettier than that ABC report. Protandim combats cellular stress through NRF2 activation. Now, I don't expect you to have ever heard of NRF2 activation. In fact, most of your doctors have not heard about it. It is a mechanism, it's a pathway in your body that God designed there to be able to allow your cells to repair themselves. However, as your body's bombarded by all those things that we talked about, the pollution, the radiation, all the things that are happening, it turns off that mechanism. All Protandim does is activate that mechanism in your body, and it does it naturally. It's just a combination of 5 herbs: milk thistle, green tea, turmeric, ashwagandha, and bacopa. These are 5 natural herbs that have been used for centuries, put together in this exact patented combination, and they unlock this powerful process in our body to allow our body to reduce that stress in every cell. So it's the only supplement on the planet proven to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And now we can say that it is also the only natural product on the planet proven to extend lifespan. That was proven by the National Institute of Aging. They did a 13-year federally funded study to figure out if there was anything on the planet that extends life. And Protandim, you're looking at it. That is the only natural thing on the planet that extends life. NRF2, the NRF2 activation, it actually helps to regulate your body's survival genes. Specifically, Protandim turns on your anti-fibrotic genes, meaning it helps to reduce scar tissue. It turns on your antioxidant genes, so it reduces that oxidative stress, and it turns on your anti-inflammatory genes. So inflammation that's happening throughout your body, now Protandim activates those genes to help that reduce that inflammation dramatically. These are some of the third-party sources that have validated Protandim. The NSF, which is just a third-party resource that LifeVantage actually goes above and beyond to have them certify that our processes for creating this product are sound within worldwide regulations. The BSCG, this is the Banned Substances Control Group. This is incredible because this means that collegiate athletes, professional athletes, Olympic athletes, all of them are cleared to take Protandim, which is incredible because, as you'll learn, Protandim is wonderful for performance, for muscle recovery, and of course, athletes who are experiencing greater oxidative stress. And then as we keep going, I want you to realize that Protandim was the first breakthrough. It is what LifeVantage was founded on. It's why we are such an exciting new pioneering company today, even in 2018. However, I talked about 3 different areas that are really hurting our health, okay, as a society. That, of course, we already talked about oxidative stress, which is the main killer. Then there's mitochondria health and our gut health. So as the years went by, LifeVantage was able to develop ways to help the body naturally, to activate other parts of the body that would combat and allow your body to really work better in those other two areas. So I want to introduce you to the Vitality Stack, which we now have, which is your whole kit and caboodle. This is something that we have taken every single day, and this completely optimizes every part of your health. And we're not talking about taking this in addition to other supplements. This is literally all you would need every day for your complete health kit and caboodle. So I want to share this quick video about the Vitality Stack.
LifeVantage is really looking at two mega trends that are developing in the world right now. One of them is the rise of the health activated individual. It's really a movement where people are becoming highly educated about their personal health, and they research the latest scientific information. And then they use genomic results to make health choices for themselves. Another important trend is individualization. And really, when you think about it, your health is a very individual thing.
Biohacking is actually happening to us right now.
When someone understands that by changing the inputs into their body, whether that's the amount of oxygen, how they're breathing, exactly what they're eating, the kind of water they're drinking, if you realize that just by changing those things, that you could get better cognitive performance today, you could have stronger relationships, and you could be lowering your risk of neurodegenerative diseases tomorrow while actually turning on your body's mechanisms to keep you lean and mean. Like, why the heck would you not want to do it?
We are aging every day. There is a certain way our genes are designed and expressed, and as we get older, they are not expressed as well as they should be, okay? So we want to turn on the system and how our function, our metabolic function, are affecting our everyday physical ability and mental ability.
So what we want to do is we want to understand the genetic code and say, how do we optimize it? I think about it with my own kids. Like, if they're not doing well in a subject, it's not because they're not smart. They just don't know how to do it yet.
So we can biohack the aging process by using NRF2 activation, NRF1 activation, using probiotics, omegas. All of these types of supplements are coming to the forefront of what we now call nutrigenomics in order to biohack the aging process.
Really, to biohack your life, first you need a goal and then a plan to get there. And you can count on LifeVantage to help you tailor the products that we have into specific programs and stacks to help you achieve your specific health goals.
So a stack is multiple products put together in one bundle so that you can get a specific result that you're looking for.
So the Vitality Stack starts with the basic foundation, NRF1, NRF2 ProBio, to which we added the new product, Omega Plus.
NRF1 is helping specifically our mitochondrial function. It's helping the number of mitochondria that we need, so it helps the energy state, and it's also helping as far as what the blueprint is being followed, what genes are being expressed. Unfortunately, mitochondria, they produce free radicals, and oxidative stress is actually increased the more powerful they are and the more use they are. So we need to take Protandim NRF2 alongside with it to decrease that free radicals, to decrease that oxidative stress that's happening. And that's why we also call it a 1-2 punch, because not only are we helping our mitochondria function normally, but we need to clean up the debris that happens with a good functioning mitochondria.
The probiotic that we have, it's going to improve the health of the gut, which is where 80% of your immune system starts.
So to have the company create a ProBio that has Wellmune in it, that helps to calm that immune response, and in a time-release fashion where it actually gets throughout the whole intestinal tract to address the immune system, you're addressing the root reason why people don't get well.
The omega-3s are an essential component of our cell membranes, and omega-3 deficiency makes that cell membrane not function very well. We need those omega-3s to keep our cell membranes, our nervous system, our brain healthy. The other thing, vitamin D is something that is just essential from all aspects. It improves immune systems. I think when you combine all of these products together, you've got the home run.
You're allowing your body to have everything it needs to perform at its best, both for repair, performance, and prevention put together.
We're going to continue to be at the forefront of nutrigenomics, coming up with scientific products that are proven to get a better benefit than you could possibly get by just taking those ingredients alone and then applying that to the biohacking outcomes of our customers today.
Awesome. Okay, so guys, I know it's a lot of information, but it's exciting because I look at the Vitality Stack as your best insurance plan. We are seeing just amazing, stories and improvements in people's health, or just incredible maintenance of good health if people already are very healthy. But this is something that we take every day. It comes in this very convenient pack where you literally have, like, it's hard to tell from the screen here, but you could hold this whole thing in your hand and it's your daily requirement, what you would take every day. I will tell you that for people who are saying, you know what, it's too much, I don't know if I could get into all of that right now, I would say the single most important thing, the single greatest investment you could make in your health, if you could only do one thing, is to take that little yellow pill, that original breakthrough Protandim Nrf2 that I first showed you. This really just optimizes. This gives you the entire optimized health plan every day. But the little yellow pill is still the most important. But I want to share with you, LifeVantage, as a leader in this field of nutrigenomics and affecting the genes in a positive way through natural compounds, has expanded into other parts of the body. So I want to make sure you know about them. If you want to get more details, we're not going to go into too much detail about each one, but I want to share those with you so that you know what they are in case you're interested in exploring those a little bit more. Of course, in the top left, that's the omega that is part of the Vitality Stack. And this omega, if you're already taking a fish oil, I would caution you, check and see if it smells fishy, or if you have sort of those fish burps afterward. If you do, I highly recommend that you stop taking that, because that basically means that the fish oil, that soy source that your omega comes from, is not good. It wasn't fresh sourced in a fresh way. And so ours is proven fresh. It can be traced to the boat it was caught on, that the fish was caught on, where they extracted the oil, and it actually tastes delicious. So I know that sounds weird to have a fish oil that tastes delicious, but our girls actually call them Swedish fish because they chew them right out. They think they're delicious. So that's amazing. It's part of the Vitality Stack. I highly recommend it. But down below that is called Pet Tandem. Now, Pet Tandem is so exciting to me because some people will take their dog to the vet before they'll take themselves to the doctor or care about their own health. And what happened was people started noticing such amazing benefits in their own health with our human little yellow pill, with Protandim Nrf2. They started giving it to their dogs to see if their old aging dogs would have any improvements. And boy, did they. There was such an overwhelming response to LifeVantage about people's dogs using Protandim that LifeVantage took a look and they decided, you know what, the pet market is huge. People love their dogs. Let's make a chewable version so that people don't have to be stuffing that Protandim down the dog's throat. So it's amazing what's happening in the dogs, because an animal doesn't experience a placebo effect. You just can tell right away that they're healthier. The True Science skincare line that you see up in the top, this stuff is phenomenal. It is literally Protandim Nrf2, the little yellow pill, for your skin, for the largest organ of your body. So the same way that Protandim activates that Nrf2 pathway, which allows each cell to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, and even combat scar tissue, this is doing this in the cells of your skin. So it literally is just activating that process in your skin so your skin can heal itself. It's amazing. It's a 4-part system. It's a cleanser. It's a serum, a perfecting lotion, an eye serum, and then a skin cream. You're going to want to definitely check that out if you have skin. That's if you have skin. So then if you go to the Physique weight management system, this is a smart weight management system for a reason. And it's not weight loss. It's not unhealthy crash, losing a ton of weight, losing a lot of muscle. It is all about improving lean muscle with a really good protein shake. It has a cleanse, which clears out all the bad stuff in your intestinal tracts. And then it's got that probiotic, which is the best on the market. Because it can deliver that good bacteria all the way into your small and large intestine, which most on the market do not do that. So also, if you're taking probiotic, please just consider trying this one and comparing it. I think you'll notice the results. And then a fat burn that is completely natural, very gentle. It doesn't heat up your body temperature or do any of that stuff. It's very natural process that turns fat cells into energy cells. So all good stuff. And then Axio Smart Energy in the bottom right. Guys, this might be one of my favorite products. As a mom, I don't know how moms survive without it, actually. It's a brain drink. You immediately have focus and clarity, just energy, but not jittery energy. There's no crash. There's no sugar in it. It's just stevia. So the kids love it. And it's actually been really effective for helping children, especially with focus. And I think Willie and Jess have some experience with that as well. So guys, it's all exciting stuff. It's all about helping your body be activated at a cellular level in a natural way to help your body be good for the long run and healthy for the long run. So as we keep going, we want to share just a couple quick stories, because stories are really what connect with people. And again, these products are not intended to treat, cure, mitigate, or prevent disease, but the stories that we are seeing emerge from thousands of people. I mean, we all have our own small stories, right? If you're a generally healthy person, you're not going to have some dramatic life change. You're just going to be able to prolong your good health. However, we have lots of friends who have had very compromised health situations that are now having amazing results. So I want to just share a couple examples from a few of our friends. And these are just a couple. This is our good friend Natalie, and she is a young girl. She's only 24 years old. And for the past 3 years, she has literally been in bed because of the effects of Lyme disease. Now, it's a devastating disease when you really, when you get it severely like her. She has been going through IVs. A treatment, a protocol for Lyme is much like chemo. It's actually, they use basically like a chemo to try to kill out the infection of the Lyme. And so she's been bedridden, could not work. Her parents have had to support her for the past 3 years. She was a pre-med student and then had to cancel all of their plans to do any of that. She had all the best things that money could provide. I mean, she literally was having to spend $8,000 every 2 weeks on just keeping her alive, literally. And it wasn't 4 days into taking the entire Vitality stack that Natalie says she literally got her life back. She said 30 symptoms went away. And you see her on the top left, that is what she looks like today. She is beautiful, amazing. She's sharing this story, she's sharing this gift, and she's blessing other people's lives and giving other people the chance to get their life back. So the next story is our good friend Melissa. She's also a Navy wife, has 3 young kids. And she was diagnosed with breast cancer 1.5 years ago. And she went through the whole last year, she went through 17 rounds of chemo, 30 rounds of radiation, which if you know what that's like, it takes such a toll on your body that many times you don't recover from the actual chemo and radiation that was happening, because she went through so much. Her body hurt so bad after all that. Her doctors just told her that's your new normal. That's kind of what happened. The cancer went away, but the chemo kind of wrecked the rest of your body. Well, a good friend shared the little yellow pill, and that's all she was taking after her final surgery. She had a double mastectomy and then another follow-up surgery after that. And 4 weeks into taking the little yellow pill, she went from chronic pain, couldn't even walk up the steps, to could then walk a mile. 2 months later, she was able to jog 2 miles. 4 months later, which is the picture on the bottom right, Melissa summited Mount Whitney. She went on a 72-mile hike over the course of 7 days with her dad and her sister as kind of like a victory after defeating cancer. And guys, this was 4 months after her final surgery, and all of that on the left, that was just a year before the picture on the right. So just the body being able to recover itself so much quicker. The next one is our good friend, her nephew, our good friend Sean. Her nephew was diagnosed with just right OCD and Tourette's. And he was taking all of the things that you see on the left, whether they were vitamins, supplements, medications, every one of those every single day for years, just to try to survive, to live and to thrive, He then started taking the little yellow pill, and now that's all he takes. He takes 1 Protandim a day, and he is just doing amazingly well. And it's just amazing for our children. It went from a full-time job of taking all of those products to now just taking this one product that's allowing him to be the boy that God designed him to be. And then the final thing is just to show kind of a different perspective of kind of how this affects the whole body. This woman was suffering with a lymph drainage issue internally, and it manifested in her hands for 3 years of her life, her hands looked like this every single day. She tried everything, cortisone creams, shots, medications, natural products. And it was 5 weeks on Protandim NRF2, and then the True Science, the topical skin cream version of Protandim. And now her hands have been perfectly clear ever since. So just a couple different ideas of how the body can really start to heal itself from the inside out. For my husband, Ray, I know he's experienced a lot better sleep, better recovery with hard workouts. For me, my pregnancies and deliveries have been amazing. Zero pain. I've had natural births, and I've, before, during, and after, I just don't have pain. I don't have any soreness afterwards. So it's just amazing. It's just the body can really do amazing things. We have a miracle body. This is not a miracle pill. It just activates that body. So Ray's going to share a little bit about the rest of the story and then go ahead and wrap up.
Absolutely. So like Sam said, well, first of all, thanks, honey.
Yep.
Well, like Sam said before that ABC News report aired, it is a little grainy. It's a little old. It originally aired back in 2005. So you may be saying to yourself, well, why are we just hearing this today? Why are we just hearing this today from, Willie and Jess and Sam and Ray and the rest of our team? Well, originally when that aired back in 2005, it was a small biotech company. You saw the lab at the Webb Institute in Denver, Colorado, where they were doing this work. But when that ABC News report aired, universities and institutions found out about it, and they started to fund their own research. And because of that, this publicly traded company went from, with the exposure of the ABC News report and the labs and the research that was going on, this publicly traded company went from essentially a penny stock to over $20 virtually overnight, and they weren't really prepared for that. So for 5 years, they were in regular retail stores, shops like GNC, Walgreens, Vitamin Shop, you name it, in conventional sales. And they never did more than $5 million worth of sales in their best year. Well, 5 years after that video, at the end of 2009, they went into direct sales or network marketing, which is a model we're in today. And the company, we grew from 10 million in sales that year to over $200 million a year last year. And we've done over $1 billion in sales to date. So needless to say, it works. But again, why are you hearing from people like Willie and Jess and people like myself and my wife and the rest of our team? Well, what do we do here, right? We share information, just like Willie said in the beginning. And when we share this information, we do two things, okay? We create networks of customers who hear this information and say, oh my goodness, that sounds incredible. I want it in my body yesterday. And then by the same token, we create networks of distributors, people who hear this information and say, boy, I need that in my body. But you know what? You know who also could use this? My aunt Debbie, or my Uncle Joe, or my friend Tim. They need to hear about this too. And if you start to hear this information and start to make those connections, you might want to consider yourself becoming a distributor and sharing this and blessing more lives as you go. Now, why does it work? Take a look at some of the fastest growing companies over the last decade. Amazon, what is their product? Their product is great shipping. They don't really make anything. They simply, sell something and connect me when I need a new pair of running shoes. I go to Amazon and they connect me to the person who has the best shoes for the cheapest price, and they get it to me. They connect me to a solution to the problem I have. What does Facebook do? They don't produce anything. Their product, if you will, is us. And they connect us to information that Facebook thinks we want to see through ads, right? Uber, the largest transportation company in the world, one of the largest transportation companies in the world, they don't produce anything. They don't even own a single car. What they do is they use technology to connect somebody who needs a ride with somebody who has a car. And they do it through technology. They solve someone's problem through technology by connecting people. Airbnb, one of the world's largest accommodation companies, they don't own any hotels. But what they do, the same thing Uber does with cars, they do with rooms. They use technology to connect somebody who has a problem, I need a place to stay, to someone who has a solution, in this case, an extra room. So what do these all have in common? They're simply connecting people to solutions. And that's what we're doing in network marketing. And that's what we're doing with the information you're hearing here tonight. So, take a look at the economy today. Things aren't the way they were, 15 years ago, 10 years, or not even 5 years ago. More and more people are turning to side hustles, whether they're trying to, create an extra income to help alleviate some debt, just alleviate some burden in their household finances. Maybe it's to help send your kid to the school you want to send them to, or maybe, retirement isn't what it's panning out to be, and, work 40 years or 40 hours a week so you could retire on 40% of your income. It's turning out to not necessarily be the best plan if you're even given a pension, right? Which today is almost unheard of. So people are looking to side hustles today, and that's what we help people create here. Whether it's something that you want to create part-time income as a side hustle, or you want to create, full-time income on a residual basis, which is what we do. So we help people in this space do just that. So how do you make money in doing what we do? Well, when you're a distributor and you share this information, there are ways to get paid, right? So we are in business. And the way you get paid up front in the beginning when you're first starting out is, 30 to 40% of all your new product sales. Anytime you make a sale, you're going to receive a check for that the following Friday. Now, as you build a team, okay, and teach other people how to, do what Willie and Jess are doing, what we are doing, and spread this information, you're going to start to see some long-term residual income, which is, I'll explain in another slide. But bottom line, you're going to get 43% of your overall organization paid to you on the 15th of every month. And that's not necessarily sales that you need to go out and recreate every month. They're your overall organizational sales. By the same token, the company is going to match all those people that you taught to go out and share this with people. The company is going to match you 30% of their earnings as well. Not take it from them, but match what they earn. And then our company also has a global revenue sharing program. And imagine getting a fraction of a penny for every Coca-Cola sold around the world. But in this case, you're getting a fraction of a penny for every bottle of Protandim, which actually extends life, not cause cancer like Coke. So absolutely, absolutely incredible. So what does this actually look like when you boil it down? As a publicly traded company, we're required to release our earning claim statement. And the left-hand column is just ranks in our company based on volume and sales volume for each month. And that highlighted column is our monthly average. And that's residual. That's coming month after month after month. This is the long-term money that you're going to see when you create a team, because you're not out there recreating sales every month. In the early ranks of our company, be it people hitting Pro 3 in a month, 2 months, 3 months, who are already creating a residual income stream or passive income stream, leveraged income of up to $580 to $600 a month that's coming every month on the 15th, whether they go out and recreate new sales or not. And the reason that is because we have a very high retention rate. So our customers, when they become a customer, they tend to stay a customer. Our mid ranks, Pro 4, 5s, and 6s. Samantha and I are Pro 5, about to hit Pro 6. You're talking anywhere from $2,500 to almost $6,000 a month coming residually in addition to what you're already doing. No one's quitting their jobs. We're certainly not. We've been built it into our life as parents of 3 and active duty military family here. And we've built this business to almost a Pro 6 business over the last few years. And it's very nice. And then you get to the life-changing money, the full-time replacement income. And, those Pro 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s, who are, really the sky's the limit. We have 12 people in our company earning over $1 million a year in this. And the ceiling's the limit. The sky's the limit. I mean, there is no ceiling. So super exciting on the residual side. And I'll pass it back over to Samantha to talk about one more thing.
Yes. Last thing, guys, is timing. I think everybody knows in business, timing matters. And being early gives you a better advantage, You can think about companies that are the big ones that are already branded. You think like Starbucks, Nike, Google, Amazon, Facebook, all the big ones that we talked about, right? Apple. All of those companies, if you could have found a way to be a part of them and grow with them or invest in them early, back before everybody knew about them, you would have had a huge opportunity on your hands. You probably would have made a lot of money too if you invested with them early, okay? The problem is that most people don't see opportunities in their early stages where they have that opportunity ahead of them. What we're sharing with you with LifeVantage is a very early, it's like the biggest secret out there, because we have the most significant science that's going to change the course of health as we know it. I mean, it's the only product that reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. It's the only natural product that's proven to extend life. So this is a big deal that we're sitting on, and you have an opportunity to be ahead of this, to be the first person to bring this to your family, your friends, your networks, your coworkers, your who else? The world. So in a couple of years, you're either gonna be sharing this with people first, or people are gonna be sharing it with you. And you just have to decide, are you somebody who wants to be a part of something big like this for all the reasons that we've already mentioned? Or are you just ready to start taking these products and get healthy? Either way, it's wonderful. At the very least, we're just so grateful that you were here to support Will and Jess. I know they're so grateful that you were here, and they're excited that you now know what they are so excited about. So you don't just think they're crazy people when they're all on fire about this thing that they're doing. We want you to be a part of it, but we understand everybody has a different, thing that they're looking for out of life. And we just wanted to give you this really incredible option. So we are going to turn it back over to Will to close it out. And I think maybe Jess is with us now. And if there's anything that you guys would like to share.
And by all means, also, if you are interested in learning more, reach out to Jess and Will, let them know, and we can all connect. Either connect to myself and Sam, Will and Jess, or Justin and Chris and the rest of our team. We'll all be happy to talk at any time.
Yeah, it's a big family, a big team. There's a lot of support here, and we have a lot of really easy ways to help educate, whether it's on Facebook. We've got some educational groups you could check out, the website, anything you're interested, just let Will and Jess know. So I'm going to turn it back over to our host, Will and Jess.
Hold on one second. Okay, can you hear us now?
Yes, you're good.
All right.
All right. So thanks, everybody. Sorry I couldn't get on. It wouldn't let me on earlier. So I was working. I was trying to get on. It wouldn't let me on. So I was going to actually write a Facebook post today regarding Seth. Seth's been on it now for a few weeks, and we've been very impressed with how we've seen him and all the things that we've been seeing in him. And that's what's making us want to be involved with Protandim and selling it. And just because we've seen it do such an incredible things with Seth. But yesterday, Seth had gone to the chiropractor, and it was his very first visit. We're trying to help him out because he's so tense all the time and everything. And the thing that stood out to us was when Will had taken him in, the doctor was asking him all these questions, where is your pain? Is it less? Is it more? These are all questions that Seth would never answer. We would always answer these questions. He never understands it. He's just kind of there. And he was answering all the questions. The doctor had asked him where he had pain. He told her. She asked him if it was less or if it was more, if it hurt. He answered every single question. That is not Seth. Seth does not do that. And for him to understand what she did and to be able to say, this is where I'm having pain, which has been one of the biggest things that he could never say before. He would never tell us where he had a pain. He would just act out. And he understood everything the doctor said, and he told her. And he answered every question himself. So that right there was another sign. I mean, he's only been on this for about 3 weeks. And we've already seen such a big difference in him as far as his mood and as far now this being able to answer questions.
So another cool thing that I observed yesterday too wasn't just about the pain. It was about the location of the pain. Normally, Seth won't be able to determine where that pain is specifically. She said, "Is the pain from your neck or the lower back?" And that's all. And he would give her a direct answer. "Oh, it's my neck or it's my back." Now, for regular, for everyone else, it's not a big deal. Like, oh, okay, this is regular conversation. But for Seth, this is actually a major, major breakthrough for us. And so for something like this, especially this little yellow pill, it's something that we can't, hold on to ourselves. We have to be willing, and we're wanting to share that with everyone else because it's just amazing. Especially, God putting us in these opportunities, we definitely need to do our part and share that with everyone else. And that's why we asked everyone on here. Again, it's just information. We're seeing a huge difference. And also, most of you guys know that, about that whole flu situation at Mom's house when we were there. It pretty much ran through every single person in the home except for Seth, myself, and Jessica. And we were the 3 that were actually on the Protandim. And up to this point, none of us have gotten sick from that situation or, from that weekend. So for us, it's just amazing. And we're happy that you guys came on to share this with us.
Wow.
Yes. And just thank you guys for taking the time to come out and tell them all the stuff that we probably couldn't tell them.
It's a team effort. You guys are amazing. What a blessing. And you're going to bless so many lives. your story alone is just wonderful. I mean, Seth, what a blessing to have him, to have your boy be able to do things and say things that he's never done before. I mean, gosh, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, I was really amazed. I really was.
Wow. Well, I know that your family, your friends who are here tonight, I know that they are just so proud of you guys, and as we are, and we're here to help. So if anybody here has any questions afterward, just feel free to link us up or to share the information with everybody. So thank you, Will and Jess, for doing this, and thank you everybody for being here.
All right, thanks so much.
All
God bless, guys.
God bless.
Anything
Good
we can
night,
do.
Have a good night.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.